Hey everybody, I hope you guys can hear me. So, today's been a very emotional day, and I kind of wanted to share it with you. I had the urge to share it with you because I think that some people need to know whether or not they're living life to their values, or if they're living their life with somebody else's values and they don't really know. So, for the last couple weeks, basically, I've been struggling with having a block and denying a certain situation to myself, and realizing that I wasn't living life or things to my value, and I was actually living it to my stepmom's value. And I didn't realize that. I mean, I kind of realized it, but I denied it. Like, I was like, oh, no. So when she had first passed away, basically our house has been in the foreclosure process for 10 years, right? She's been fighting it for the last 10 years. She's been able to beat it. So her whole thing was she was going to leave me the house so that way I can have something, here for the kids or whatever. And she told me, just make sure you keep up on the paperwork, and you just keep up on the paperwork and file what you have to file and things like that. So I'm like, okay, I can do that. And so I did. I filed the paperwork to the people saying, hey, she passed away and this and that. What can we do to resolve this situation? And I just kept fighting and fighting and fighting, not realizing I'm fighting her and my dad's values with this house. Even though the house is in my name, I really don't feel like in my heart that it just is ours. You still have that feeling that somebody's going to come and serve me, or that I might have to leave, and what are the kids going to say? Are the kids going to think that I didn't fight for the house like I should have? Or, what if I don't want to fight for it anymore? What is so-and-so going to say about me? And things like that. And I realized I am playing the victim. Okay. I'm not the victim. This isn't it's my house, but I haven't had to pay for it, even though I've tried to reach out and things like that, but I don't feel like it's ours. I feel like there's always been more negativity than positivity here, and me working out of home is kind of hard. It's hard to push yourself. It's hard to keep the mindset positive because it's such a negative situation, right? And me playing their role as a victim, I'm not a victim, okay? I can finish saving the rest of our money. We paid off a lot of our debt. Now we can put the rest of the money away in the savings and say, okay, you know what? We don't need to fight this battle. If anything, we can go and start something of our own. And it brought up a lot of uncomfortable shit for me. Especially with the kids, because this has been their home for a really, really long time. And they don't know anything else. And, when somebody passes away, you want to keep the memory and all their stuff, and just all that it's something that I don't need to fight. I know that me and my husband can go and we can buy a piece of property somewhere and things like that. So it got us talking about really the situation, what we want to do in life, and realizing that I was living as a victim and taking on her values and responsibilities with the houses, that I was stuck in my career. I wasn't able to level up like I wanted to. And that was a big freaking eye-opener. Like, super big eye-opener. And I had to really sit back and think, like, what is it that what are my values? And when I say what are my values, what makes my soul happy? What makes me mad? I'll give you an example. There's a lot of things going on with Mauna Kea right now. Today they're supposed to start the telescope, and there's so many Hawaiians out there and the Kapuna and everybody, they're there willing to sacrifice and be arrested because that's just the feeling that they have in their heart and their soul that it's wrong. Okay, if you ever get that feeling, that is your calling. That is your value. That is what matters the most to you. And yeah, not what you think or keep constantly, or just like battling something. So a couple of things that I learned: if it makes you super tired, it's not for you. It doesn't resonate with you. But it's something in your soul that makes you like, oh, I just need to get involved. I just feel like I need to be there. I need to support. Like, same thing when the whole North Dakota Access Pipeline was going on. I really, in my soul, something was just calling me to be there. And I kept telling my husband, like, I really wish that we could go. We just weren't able to. And those are the things, the environmental, type of things, the water, the desecration of lands, all of that in my soul is why I'm here to help. So me being free from the 9 to 5 and all this stuff and living life to my values, I now know, okay, I need to get involved in environmentalism. How else am I going to be able to help people, live life the way they want? And my whole thing is helping people. I never realized how much I've given myself all this time into helping people. So that is my biggest value. And another thing that I learned is when you have an argument with somebody, you're not honoring their values. You're not seeing their side of what makes their soul, catch fire. Another thing that really bothers me is that when I'm driving with my family and people don't respect the road, like that, it lights a fire in me. That and littering. Like, if I don't know you, I don't care. I will tell you something. I don't think you should be littering. You should respect the land that you're on. Those are my values. That's what helps me. Helping people just get out of the negativity and things like that that just is what makes my heart happy. So I just, want to tell you that if something isn't resonating with you and you're not sure, ask yourself, is this me or is this somebody else's value? Do I like to do this? Do I want to pursue this? If not, why? If I do, why? You got to always think about your why. So values is very, very important. Okay. It's kind of like when there's the cookie jar and nobody's looking. Are you going to take the cookie and steal it, or are you going to ask somebody for it? That's having integrity. That's living with your values. And I just think a lot of people need to have this information because they don't really know. Like, I was missing that part and I didn't even know. And I've been fighting this battle for 3 years. And I just realized that out like a couple weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And I really had to sit with it. And this whole fire situation made me realize and have some uncomfortable talks with the brother and sister, okay, if our house did burn down, what are we going to do? Would the insurance pay for it because mom's no longer here? There's all kinds of different little situations, and it's like, do I want to fight it, or do I just want to pick up and say, okay, you know what, we did the best we could with the best we had, thank you for everything, and just move on? So those are the kinds of things that people need help with and don't really realize that, hey, you might be living somebody else's value and not really living your own, and how to be able to do that. Like, what are the first steps you need to know and acknowledge? So those are the first kind of steps that you need to know and acknowledge is like, does it resonate with you? Does it make you feel good, or does it make you feel like shit? First of all, if it makes you feel like shit, it's not for you. If it makes you feel good and you're like, God, I want to go and I want to do this and I want to help, that is what you're here for. That's what you were put on this earth to do, and that's what makes you happy. And by doing the things that make you happy will bring all the other stuff. People just think, oh, income this, income that. I need to stress my life out, and it doesn't have to be like that. So I just wanted to share that vulnerability with you because it was just so hard with this whole fire situation. My husband was stuck in Lahaina, And the kids and I had to have that uncomfortable situation. We're sitting at the park with our animals, like not knowing if we can come home. And that was a big eye opener as to what do we actually want? What does my family want to create now? Do we still want to keep living in the legacy of our mom? No, like she's not going nowhere. Her memory is still there. We're going to honor and cherish everything that we went through together. But it's time to make new memories. It's okay to make new memories, and people don't realize that. They don't give themselves permission to make new memories or move somewhere else or things like that. And it's okay. It's okay to fuck up. It's okay as long as you know and learned your lesson and realize, okay, this isn't my value. Let's move to the next thing and, go from there. So I hope that this video helped shared a little bit about values with you and my story. I hope, that you guys, if you guys need any help or anything, reach out to me. If you know somebody that can, that needs value or whatever from this video, it's here. But yeah, I also have a quiz too that's pretty awesome. It took me a while to do it, and it categorizes living life to your values. And so if you guys want it, I'm going to try to attach a picture with this video. But it'll take you more than 15 minutes. It'll take you, I want to say about an hour, because you got to color code things or whatever. But the value quiz is amazing. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I suggest that you at least take a look at it. It'll give you like 8 major areas, I think, in life. And so, yeah. All right, guys, thanks for letting me share. I'll talk to you later. Bye.